already.
Come on, wake up. Let's go. Please don't wake me up.
Come on, get out of bed.
Glenn, Angel, and Tim.
We ready?
The Big Show on Kiss 92.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to the biggest and best breakfast show in the world. We are The Big Show, and we are so happy today to have the Executive Director of the IGF, that stands for the International Golf Federation, Mr. Antony Scanlon. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Anthony. You're a man of the... you are a man of the world. I mean, you're Australian, you live in Switzerland, you're here in Singapore now.
He's been involved in the Olympics.
Wow. Tell us a little bit about what got you here.
What got me here is this tournament. We have the World Amateur Teams Championship.
Tell us a little bit more.
And we have the best amateur players in the world. Most of them go on to play in the tours, and some of them win majors.
Playing on the best golf course as well.
Absolutely. Tanah Merah, nothing better.
All right. Well, obviously, I'm sorry, pardon my ignorance. This is the first time you've been to Singapore. No. You've been here many times.
A few times, mate.
Yes.
It's a great place to visit.
Okay. Now, and each time you come, do you notice any differences at all?
Actually, I do. The city seems to get bigger.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are growing.
It does
yes.
get bigger. You know, for a tiny island, it grows and grows and grows, and so do the buildings.
Right.
But it's always clean.
Yeah.
It's always sunny and hot, of course, but and welcoming. And the food's sensational.
Well, fingers crossed. I think you bring the sunny weather with you because it has been raining a little bit over the last few weeks.
Yeah, but we've survived. We've had two fabulous rounds of.
Yeah.
We've got 36 holes done out of 72, and if you had seen the weather yesterday, that was
Yeah.
a minor miracle.
Yeah,
we had
absolutely.
the floodlights on to keep it going. Seriously.
Now, Anthony, tell us, why is the WATC, or World Amateur Team Championship, so significant?
Well, it started back in 1958. I call it a bit of a Cold War relic. It was the president of the US at the time, Eisenhower, who the trophy that the men play for, hosted, I think, 60-odd countries from around the world who were interested in wanting to play a team's championship event. And there's a very well-established championship event between the UK and the US called the Walker Cup. And so many other countries wanted to compete against the Americans and the British. And so the president at that time was a great fan of golf, just like the current president of the US is, and hosted this first meeting, and from that was born the germination of this event, the World Amateur Teams Championship. So back in 1958 at the old course at St Andrews, the first competition was held, and I can boast and say Australia won the first one. And then since then, we had a women's competition start in 64, the Espirito Santo, which is being hosted right now. And up to used to be 72 countries from around the world competed. Now we've brought it down to 36 because it's just became too big. And we amongst those 36 teams, we have 118 of the best amateurs in the world. And if you go out to the course, you'll just see the skills are phenomenal.
How old are they? I mean, are they typically a lot younger, or, I mean, do they go up to a lot older as well?
It really varies. So I think our youngest is around 15, our oldest is 28.
Wow, okay.
So, yeah, it varies. A majority are college age and competing in the US colleges.
I heard there was an eagle yesterday.
Yeah, there was an eagle. There's plenty of eagles. Yes, phenomenal on the ninth yesterday.
All right, let's continue to talk to Anthony on The Big Show TV. Here's Lisa featuring Rosalia, New Woman on Kiss 92.
All right. Now, you were just telling us about this wonderful tournament, right? But in a world where there are so many other tournaments, how does the WATC set itself apart from those other big tournaments around the world?
It's a team event. And you saw the Ryder Cup, the emotion that comes from team events and also the passion that comes from competing for your country. So it's not just individuals, it's you're putting on the badge and the flag of your country, and that's something special. And this is only held every 2 years, so again, that uniqueness of it, the fact that you're going to different countries around the world, you're playing on the best golf courses on the world, like the Tanah Merah is, and all of those things, plus the uniqueness of cultures joining and friendships coming out of this. So a lot of the players that have played against each other this week become friends forever and have that bond. So that to me adds up to a fairly unique experience. And a lot of the players sort of have the World Amateur Teams Championship as the culmination of their amateur career. They finish with this and then they move on to the professional ranks. like to finish with this event. And just about every world number one has come through this
Yeah.
sort of university, if you like, of events.
So Tiger Woods played in the World Amateur Team Championships before. Scotty Scheffler for the ladies. I think Lydia Ko was part of it.
Correct.
Annika Sorenstam. All the superstars once competed in the WATC.
So with all those big names, who are the names that we're looking at in this tournament that will go on to become the next Tiger Woods, the next Anita Sorenstam?
What a question!
No, because I mean there are always favorites, right?
Yeah.
There are always
so-
stars that you see.
So like a few years down the road, when you hear that name, you got to go like, yes.
I saw them on Tanah
Anthony
Merah,
mentioned her on the show.
He's already whipped his phone out. He's like, okay, let me go through.
I thought he
them.
was whipping out a handkerchief to wipe his brow. It's like, oh, things suddenly got hot in here.
I'm getting embarrassed, actually.
Uh-oh.
But once again, shout out to Team Singapore, right?
Sure, yeah.
What's the number one team at the moment is obviously leading is the Koreans right now, and then we have the very strong Spanish teams. So the world number 2 and number 3 from Spain are playing in this, and unfortunately I'm forgetting their names. I'll open it up right now.
That's all right.
But so they are the top teams that we'd be looking for, and obviously in the US as well. So they're the three. So as it stands right now, overnight Korea was leading by 2 shots, with Spain and the US two shots behind, and it can
Okay.
change so quickly.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Why am I not surprised that the Koreans are leading?
Yeah.
I mean, they've got some of the best golfers in the world. You know, they're so perfect when it comes to their technique and grace as well. So I was just talking to Sally early on, and unfortunately I can't go down for the Espirito Santo Trophy. Let me see. Tomorrow is the final day.
Yeah.
But I would rather watch the ladies actually.
Yeah, than
Like
the men next week. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna watch the men
Oh,
for
you
sure.
are?
But I love watching the ladies play. I always tell myself, Glenn, when you play golf, you need to play like the ladies.
Why?
Just be a bit more graceful and not want to smash everything all the time. Right, Anthony? I think that's our problem, right? As men.
They have fantastic tempo.
Fantastic.
Tempo. Oh,
and
right.
so with that tempo, hit the ball just as far as an amateur male. So the club head speed is similar to ours, at 95 miles per hour, etc. But they've got the accuracy. Very rarely do they miss the fairways. They hit it straight down the middle, and in fact it's pretty boring because it's they're very consistent, and the
Right.
short game is on a par, if not better, than most of the males.
Yeah, but watching them up close is quite an experience. So if you guys can, head down to Tanah Merah Country Club and catch, the Espirito Santo
Last 2
Trophy
days,
either
yeah.
today or tomorrow, or better still, on both days.
Yeah, and it's admission is free. You've been in Singapore for a while now. This past week, maybe. You know, what do you think of Singapore as a golfing city?
It's one of the best when you look at the courses you have and the opportunities you have. We just wish the government was supportive.
I know.
I believe they're starting, even at
close
Tanah
off,
Merah,
yeah.
they're reducing some of one of the courses there, and they're not realising the opportunity and the values of the sport that we bring. It's an Olympic sport here in Singapore. You have Olympians participating in this, and it'd be great if they supported the courses that are existing.
Yeah, I'm going to be
Yeah.
losing my country club in a while. I'll have to join Tanah Merah Country Club.
There you go.
I'm really thinking about it. Yeah, many people are going to be signing up with Tanah Merah Country Club.
Yeah,
That
you
is,
have to-
if there are
Vacancies? Are there openings?
Can people still sign up, Sally? Of course.
Always.
Yeah.
Just look for Sally.
Well, you wouldn't find a better club to join, actually. It's a fabulous atmosphere. The people,
Beautiful.
It's a
very
beautiful
friendly.
course, yeah.
The staff are excellent. The condition of the course that we have this week is exceptional.
I mean, I don't think I've been, but you flying in from Changi Airport and you can see it.
right.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful
I got a chance
course.
to play on Tanah Merah Country Club just 2 weeks before the World Amateur Team Championships began, and it was already very, very good in terms of the condition. It was pristine. I'm just wondering what the green speeds are like right now. Sally, 10, 11? 11.
What's that mean for
Like-
us non-golfers?
It's like you're putting on glass.
Ooh,
Putting on- that's a good
okay.
thing, right?
That's a good
That's a
thing.
good thing,
Yes,
okay.
Yes, yes.
Right, Anthony?
Smoother and further.
Yeah, they're hard and fast, and so challenging. And there's some undulations across the greens there, which make it testing for the top players in the world. So,
Right.
So the way it's set up is showcases the skills of all the players. So yeah, the course is in fantastic condition. And by the way, the food's not bad either.
That is
very
important.
good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Okay, so the Espirito Santo trophy comes to a close tomorrow, and then next week, don't forget, it's the guys' turn, the Eisenhower Trophy. Tell us a little bit more about the Eisenhower Trophy. I know you mentioned earlier on, I mean, it's obviously named after President
Correct.
Eisenhower. Do you think that's going to be a Trump trophy? I wouldn't be surprised.
One of these days.
No,
maybe.
look. We can all say many things about President Donald Trump, but he is such a golf enthusiast. I really respect
Of course,
that.
he's got his own golf club as
Okay,
well.
let's go back on it.
One second. Sorry.
Kiss 92 traffic.
On the BKE towards Woodlands, right before the SLE, a vehicle has broken down. Same situation on the SLE towards the CTE, a vehicle having trouble before the TPE PIE exit. On the PIE heading west towards Tuas before the BKE, another vehicle has broken down. And remember those road closures in and around the Marina Bay Street Circuit because of the Formula One. If you want to find out more, it's lta.gov.sg.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We are so honored to have this gentleman with us in the studio today. He is the Executive Director of the IGF, Antony Scanlon. Thank you so much for taking time off to join us this
Pleasure to
morning.
be there. Thank you.
And on Big Show TV, we were just talking about how the food is quite good over at the Tanah Merah Country Club, right?
What's your favorite?
Actually, the Lux are there sensational.
Laksa. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So what impresses you most about Tanah Merah Country Club? I mean, you go around, you live in Switzerland, as I said, you've gone around the world with two different countries for the tournament and stuff like that. What about TMCC do you like and love?
Well, the welcome. So the staff is very friendly when you arrive, so you feel very welcomed. The conditions of the course, as I said, are, exceptional, and facilities there. You've got fantastic locker room, a fantastic restaurant, great practice facilities there as well. Both driving range and short course. So everything you want as a golfer, and with the food and the service there, everything you want as a non-golfer. So perfect venue for our World Amateur Teams Championship. So that says it all, I think.
Have you been there, Angel?
I might have
Tim?
gone once,
Yeah.
but not to play golf,
So
obviously.
Tanah Merah Country Club consists of two 18s. There's the garden course as well as the Tampines course. And the golfers are now competing on the Tampines
That's
course.
right.
Which
Yes.
Which one is more challenging?
Tampines, of course.
Tampines.
Yeah, but
Okay.
garden is amazing. It's not like it's an easy course.
Right.
But if you're asking me, which I think is the harder 18.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the Tampines course.
Do you concur, Anthony?
Yeah, it's the longest course.
Yep.
But I think it's a fun. Although it's challenging, it's fun to play. You don't feel like you don't feel like you've been beaten up.
Okay.
But so some courses you can go to, you feel beaten up physically and mentally, etc. This is a slow creeper. It just creeps onto you, and you realise at the end of it, actually, that was pretty hard. But you have to think about your shots, etc. So it gets better the more you play it, where you understand where the landings are. But I played at the Garden as well, and that's fun.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's fun, and a great setup at the clubhouse there surrounding that as well. So, yeah, that's a fun course. That's where you go to lose more money than on bets with others.
It's a beautiful club. Let's continue to talk to Anthony on The Big Show TV. It's 8:20.
Kiss 92 Time Check brought to you.
So we start playing golf. That's the one we start on live.
Right?
Yeah.
The fun course.
Yeah, it's a fun course.
So we've got the women competing in the Espirito Santo till tomorrow. And then we have the Eisenhower Trophy going on from the 8th to the 11th. This is when the men are up. anyone we should keep an eye out on for that? Since you've got your phone and your glasses out, we
You
thought
want
to
names,
myself. No,
you
not
want
names.
names.
So teams even because
Teams,
they're all
well,
teams,
names.
right?
Names
But he
are
didn't
good
give
as well.
names earlier for the Koreans.
Yeah, teams,
and
yeah.
teams.
So obviously the US team.
Obviously.
So they've got world number 3 and number 5 there. So they will be one of the hard teams to beat. Obviously, I'll be biased and say the Australians.
Okay.
This is nearby for them.
Yeah.
And Singapore, I think, will go well as well. There's a strong team.
What
Top-
about
top
individuals?
10.
I mean, have you seen anyone that kind of stands out, men and women, or boys and girls? Because so you said they start as young as 15, right?
Yeah. So on the men's side, as I said, world number 3, which is Ethan Fung and Preston Stow, they're the two top players, performing very well in the NCAA championships, and also went well in the US Amateur. On the women's side, which now I can go back and correct my faux pas before.
What was it?
Paula San Pedro is the world number 2 and from Spain, and she's a fantastic player. And I was watching her the other day, and is very, very consistent. And that's a name I think to follow.
Okay.
And a number of them amateur players, once they debut in the professional ranks, straight up there in the top 5,
Yeah.
or winning tournaments. So,
Is there an age limit for the WATC, or is it just based on your talent?
it's based on being good enough to be selected by your country, and obviously to perform for your country. So it's really up to the country themselves to come up with their own qualification system,
Right.
to participate there. And we determine the field based upon previous performances at the previous World Amateur teams, whether the Espiritu Santo or the Eisenhower Trophy, top 10 qualifiers. So it's important for Singapore and others to make the top 10 this week. And then after that, it's based upon the World Amateur rankings and the top players that are ranked in that.
Yeah.
That fields the field, and then we look at not only quality of the field but also diversity. So looking at the different regions and ensuring that we have representation from Africa, obviously Europe, there always will be, the Americas and Asia Pacific. So we spread that out to get to our 36 teams.
Right. Based on how they've been playing over the past few days, which is their favorite hole at Tanah Merah Country Club, do you think, Anthony?
I think everyone loves, I think it's 17, which is the par 3, which is the signature par 3. I think that's a cool hole.
Right.
And the other fun one, I think, is the drive hole 9th.
A short par 4.
Short part 4, which we saw the eagle on yesterday. So it's those sort of fun testing holes. Yeah.
Who got the eagle, though? Which country? Belgium. Team Belgium. How about that? Fantastic. Okay, so before we let you go, I just want to, talk a little bit about the fact that, golf is back in the Olympics, and you were part of the team that kind of made it happen. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I have a great team that makes it happen. So we're fortunate enough to have the best people in golf work on the Olympic competition. So we got back into the Olympics in Rio in 2016 after 112 years in the wilderness. We were firstly in the program in 1900. First sport to have men and women participate in the Olympics.
Yep.
So that we're very proud of that
Nice.
and continue with that, with men and women competing at Rio, and then since then Tokyo and Paris. The participation of the athletes has always been strong with the women. We've had 19 of the top 20 consistently qualified to be there. Again, it's based upon your individual performances. And we had fantastic with Lydia Ko, who participated in all 3 of the Olympics, winning a gold there and ending up with the set of steak knives having a gold, silver and bronze. And then to see world number 1 Scotty Scheffler crying on the podium when he received his gold medal in Paris. So the acceptance of the players is there. We've got exciting coming up in LA where we have a mixed team event added to the individual events.
Okay, let's go back on there.
Kiss Kiss 92 traffic.
In the MCE tunnel towards the AYE just before Central Boulevard, look out for a broken down vehicle. Also on the BKE towards Woodlands before the SLE, a vehicle has broken down there. Some roadworks happening on the PIE heading west towards Tuas at the Simei Road entrance. Wherever you are this morning, stay safe.
Welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Wow, we have time just for one last question. We have been speaking to Executive Director of the IGF, Antony Scanlon. Once again, welcome to The Big Show and welcome back to Singapore. Now, the tagline for the World Amateur Team Championship reads, "Where legends are born." Talk to us about these legends and who are some of the future stars we are already seeing here in Singapore over the past few days.
Well, legends don't get bigger than Jack Nicklaus in terms of the men's game and Tiger Woods. Women's game, Annika Sorenstam and Lydia Ko. So they've all played at the World Amateur Teams Championship. And we've got some other legends on the women's side playing this week, which I think we'll start to say, hang on, we saw them in Singapore, and now they're winning on the major scene. And on the women's side, we have Paula San Pedro and Andrea Revolta from Spain, and I think they're two that if you go out there tomorrow or even today to watch them, you'll see some of the best swings in the world.
Yep.
And then next week at the men's event, we have Ethan Fang and Preston Stout from the US, who very soon will qualify, no doubt, to play on the PGA Tour, and we'll be saying, hey, we saw them as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So head to Tanah Merah Country Club to catch the World Amateur Team Championship. All right. So once again, this week it's the Espirito Santo Trophy, which will be decided tomorrow, and then next week it's the Eisenhower Trophy. It's all happening at Tanah Merah Country Club. So admission is free. Go down there and witness some of the best golfers in the world.
And also, try the laksa.
Yes.
You had to get that. Thank you so much, Anthony,
Pleasure.
for joining us today.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.